Brock, what'd you think of the day today? How you guys did?
Honestly, I don't think it was our best day. I feel like fundamentals and stuff were just a little off and whatnot. I mean, obviously there was some good stuff, some stuff we need to work on, but just feel like we could have came out with a little bit more chip on our shoulder offensively. I don't know how our defense did, but yeah, that's just overall thoughts.
What do you think Kalen Black has added coming back from his injury? How's he added to the offense?
Yeah, I thought he looked good, hitting the hole and running hard. Like you could tell, there's a different level of intensity when he touches the ball, and I'm excited to see what he does in live action too, with breaking tackles, hitting the gaps and stuff like that. But I thought from the jump, KB came out running pretty hard, so I was excited to see him back.
As part of the struggle, just having wide receivers that have been out of camp and looking back and forth from injury?
Yeah, that's sort of part of it. I feel like I've dealt with that before. But yeah, obviously you want to have the same guys out in the field and whatnot, getting your chemistry down. But I think we've done a good job though of the next guy being up and ready and going in, and it's not too big for them. So that's how I feel about it. I love all of our receivers and stuff. I know we've had some grinders of some practices, last couple days and stuff. I don't know if that had any effect or whatever on them today, but it was one day at practice, and they're going to bounce back, and we're all going to be good. So.
Brock, you had a pass deflected, I think intercepted and stuff, like almost like a throwaway pass. You only had maybe one or two interceptions all camp. Is that like something that you went into camp? I want to cut down on interceptions, or whatever happens?
I mean, my mindset is go in and try to execute every play. Obviously, you don't want to turn the ball over, but I just try to be efficient. Get into a habit of if it's not there, check the ball down, throw the ball away. I feel like I've done that at camp. Down there in the red zone, I don't know if I'm going to throw that ball in the game, but I wanted to try putting a tight ball on to Luke, and it was good coverage on the backside by the safety, and he just poked his hand out and popped the ball up. So that's practice, but I think it's also good work to see if I can get that done or not. So yeah, that's sort of just been my mindset for camp.
You guys are working through the options at left guard. What have your just early impressions of Carver been since he's kind of gotten more opportunity here lately?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job with coming in, and there's a lot within our offensive run scheme and everything. So as a young guy to come in and learn that quick, it's a challenge. And so I think he's been able to handle it pretty well, and I know he's going to keep getting better with more reps. But any guy that is in front of me, man, I'm going to have their back, and I know they're going to give it their all for me. So I'm going to keep believing in him, working with him, and yeah, I got a lot of trust in him.
Before practice, Jim Harbaugh told us that he really wanted to meet you. Did he end up meeting you?
I haven't met him yet. I might meet him after this, but yeah.
The defensive line over here had a good day. I know you haven't been able to see their practice, but what have they shown you throughout the practices with them?
Our defensive line? Yeah, man, I think, Coach Kerserek does a good job with just like their intensity, man. Like every play, they're going to shoot their gaps, and you're going to feel them, and especially on the edges too. Like I really got to step up in the pocket, against our guys, and they do a good job getting around the edge, and also on the keepers and stuff. They're there in our face. Like you can just feel them every play, and it feels like they do a good job with rotating guys, and the next guy that comes in, they're going to bring it too. So I feel like that's obviously a huge part of a team, down in the trenches, man. If you have a good defensive line, you can go really far, and I believe we have that. So obviously we get Bosa back too. That's going to be good, and Mykel Williams. So it's going to get even better.
Is Osa a guy you feel on the interior?
Oh yeah, Osa is a baller. I think one of the more slept-on guys in the league. So I'm extremely excited that we have him, and every single play, like he's almost going to sack me. It feels like so. He's done a great job all camp.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Had a little bit of a challenge day from the defensive backs today. What were they doing over there?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, when you're in the battle, right, what's exactly going on. You got to see the tape to really see what it looks like. But, anytime you get to go against another team, it's a great opportunity to see where you stand. And, I always look forward to joint practices for that reason, right? So come out and be in a game-like setting against another opponent. So luckily it was a good test for us.
Osa seems to be getting a lot of pressure on the interior as well, that he definitely affected the pocket.
Yeah. Osa just seems like he just keeps getting better and better, right? I love the mindset, the tenacity, the physicality that he brings to the position and to our defense. We know how important it is to get pressure up front on the quarterback and in the run game. So I think Osa is just going to continue to get better as we keep going.
What kind of treatment do you have to do on your ankle as you get through camp here? Obviously, it doesn't look like it's bothering you, but just curious how that goes.
No, I mean, I can't tell you how thankful I am, honestly, of like just how it recovered, and I really don't have to think about it much. It doesn't require any extra after practice treatment or anything like that. I mean, God is amazing in that way that I feel back to myself again, and I don't have to constantly be like, oh man, my leg's throbbing or something. It's honestly just regular football soreness at this point, and but when you don't play for over half a season, your body feels pretty fresh, and you just get to go out there and fly around.
You don't swim still, do you?
No, the swimming got to get put on hold for a little bit. Right now it's all about just ball.
That was pretty helpful.
It was really helpful, just the pump in the ankle when I was unable to walk, being able to get back in there and get the cardio in. I think that was a big reason for why I came back in the playoffs as quick as I did in as good a shape as I was, without the ability to really run and get my cardio that way. So I think the pool helped a ton.
Since from the first start of training camp, has there been a change in emphasis with punch outs? When one of your ball carriers is carrying the ball, or even doing a joint practice like this?
For me, no. I'm always, that's my emphasis every single play. Honestly, does every play have a punch out op? Not necessarily, but I'm going to try to find it, where I can, and something that I've just. Me, over the years, I've just tried to practice it so much where it's not even a thought in my mind. It's just second nature at this point. And so, it's beyond the point of me trying to just get punch outs. It's like, how can I, be infectious to the rest of the team and have it on everybody's mind? And we talk about it, affecting the football in all different sorts of ways. But game on the line, got to have it moments, where we need to make a play. I try to definitely have it on my mind in those situations.
And the reason I ask is because first or a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago, said that's how Jordan James was injured with a punch out that went awry.
That play specifically, I know there was like a clip that circulated with me and Jordan. That wasn't the play where he got hurt. It was just honestly just an unfortunate collision between Jordan and I when we didn't have pads on. It wasn't, me intentionally trying to go in and punch the ball out on him. It was just accidental.
Which of the young linebackers stood out to you in the game against the Titans?
All of them. I think everybody had good things and things to work on throughout that game. We had two backers get sacks in that game, which is you don't see that, you haven't seen that a lot from our group in the past. But to see young Larry get in there, get a sack, and then Tatum bulldoze a running back to get a sack. Doug did a lot of good things in that game as well. Wallow has been phenomenal all camp. He had a really good track tackle out in space. Nick Martin blowing people up, unreal. So there was a lot of guys that did a lot of good things. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but I liked what I saw from the group.
Fred, those young guys learn from you and Dre quite a bit. Do you find yourself trying to be a little bit more verbal in the meetings to try to kind of show them the way a little bit verbally?
Yeah, I speak up where I can, but, at the end of the day, I try to lead by example more so than just by words. I think words are cheap. I think every day you got to go out there with something to prove. It doesn't matter what I've done in this league or what Dre's done in this league. I think what makes us great is just our hunger for the game and wanting to prove ourselves every single day, and I think that feeds, the rest of the group. It's a hungry group, and KJ's done a phenomenal job as our linebacker coach, and Johnny obviously overseeing stuff as well. So we all still got a lot to improve on, and I'm looking forward to just continue to be at our best for week one.